second half, and this is where the boys become men, and this is where the endurance, the longevity of this game, the mindset has to keep on going. But there it is. There's the beautiful map, a river crossing through it all, and yeah, welcome back to 50-50s and the potential of the zone landing on the question marks. Do we go north? Do we go south? Where do we land is the big question, but nonetheless, we can confirm this flight path is just a tad north.
It's a pretty good flight path, gives some access to most locations. Some of the southern locations will be a little bit further walk or drive if you want to go over towards it. I remember my least favorite zone I was playing one time. It pulled up towards like Shipyard, and it was like all water. Ooh. Everybody was fighting on the bridge. So, I mean, that'd be fun to see for the players, not as fun to play personally.
Yeah, pass. I've dropped Shipyard. That is a horrible place to land. There's fingers crossed for the sakes of these players, we're not gonna get a horrible zone like that. We should be getting it any second, nonetheless. Give it a few seconds, we're gonna get it, but nonetheless, everyone's sticking north. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams onto that northern island, which means the remaining, I'm not doing the maths in my head, the remaining teams down south, not deciding to go there, and oh no, you've cursed it! Lima, woo. You've cursed it! We're going towards Shipyard.
Oh, I hope so, man. Like I said, I'm not a fan of playing it, but it'd be fun to cast. You get the kind of high ground, low ground dichotomy, add in some water that's unplayable surface. It really does prioritize these early rotations. So some teams that are going to be already inside of that zone could move there quickly, as you talk about. Maybe prioritize less the looting early, because if you get to Shipyard, it's a great location with a ton of loot to get through. So 16 teams, 64 players. And map number 4, it's going to be a fun one.
The only team that has mass advantage right here is Win or Die. They have the complete east side to their control, so they're going to be looking to see if they can sit and camp, try and get on top of that hill. I do believe we have the dark green. I'm trying to remember which team that was. Also around that area as well. Thank you for showing observers. Red line also positioned in that area. You've got Everlong again positioning themselves well. They did it well before. They're doing it well again in positioning. But the rest of them, yeah, hit and misses. Like we could say about because you know near ship. I'd like it's good, but let's be real. That zone is 100% going towards the main part of the island. But the river. The small river is also something we have to be concerned on.
Yeah, you still have to find your pathway through that. You don't want to be waddling through some water and just get sniped out of nowhere. I am really interested to see what Viz do with this game, because we talk about that last game, 27 points, 17 of those coming from eliminations. We saw that game from Storm on Request where they kind of got that high ground in map number 2, but didn't maybe get as many elimination points as they would have wanted. Viz is on a direct connecting route towards Shipyard. If they could get there quickly, and if it does eventually pull up that way, they could have exactly the game like Storm on Request had.
Yeah, they could, but right now it's very early. Get that loot up, and then 100%. I agree with you. Take control of Shipyard and then push up the hill, and that could be, you know, the other area is you skip Shipyard and you go for the hill. You go for the mountain right next to it and take control. So a lot of different pathways that they could take, a lot of different angles. But if you are the likes of Not Broke, you're try to rotate between 2 big teams, and it's a risk and reward rotation, but screw it. Let's have some fun.
Vazo's gonna go for the fly here. Grove Street, one of the victors earlier today, trying to match their winner chicken dinner. And I don't know why, I've said it every match, but Everlong and Not Broke just seem to find their paths, always connecting. Must be a fate. However, you don't have too much time to make those rotations. You've got to get to these positions quick with that northern zone. So lots of teams using every single vehicle they can. And for DDD555 is going to get a teammate down.
The fact you counted that number of D's in that name is quite impressive. Not broke. They've lost one already, but I tell you what, they're still not out of this fight, as this is going to be the first of the main battles that come in, and Everlong, they've been called out early many times, but the last game they showed what they are capable of is you don't peek out into the open when you have a whole team eyeing you down, and not broke. Well, this isn't the greatest start for them, but Everlong continue to punish them. There's the confirmed 2 done and 2 left.
YWT will get revived up as well, so full 4 here for Everlong. They've got the 2 bonus kills like you mentioned, and for Everlong they haven't had that big pop-off game, but they've been staying in things. They've been keeping the gun barrels hot, as to say, and they've been taking every single fight that they realistically can. For 180 R, they've been one of those teams we've been looking at. We know they can have those pop-off performances. Redline kind of in shambles on this mountainous rotation. Slyvan is going to be taken down to maybe 25 HP or less.
Yeah, no, Redline are just getting the information. That is only a singular player eyeing up what's happening, able to communicate to their team, go, look, we've got a team down here. They don't know it's Everlong necessarily, but they know there's a team in this compound. So this pathway is a no-go. So congrats and great information from Redline, because they've basically red zoned an area. They have 2 options now. Go into the red zone and attack, or they play safe and find another rotation, which at this early stage in the game, play for the rotation, go and look around the outside.
Try and grab information and then make the smartest rotation you can. 61 players still left alive after the early set of skirmishes, going a little bit faster than our previous map, but as to be expected, going from a little bit bigger to a little bit smaller map overall, especially with Shipyard. We talk about it, there's just less playable area with those 2 rivers that converge right at the peak of the yard. Here for win or die. They've been so close, it feels like. They know they have the solo strategies to be able to get them in the end zone. They're one of those who can be looking for the pop-up, and win or die, they're taking the shots. Halo My Bad will put some over the hill.
Wabuki had eyes on the sights, and this could be the downfall for win or die. 180R, they're coming in fast now, because they have the opportunity to capture win or die in a horrible position. This fight inside the Wolf Forest is going to be huge. This is control of the mound, and already 180R have lost 2. A deep breath, and an opportunity to quickly revive your teammates. But win or die, they're able to escape out of this with a few players left alive.
Really got to get those reses, though. Belief is going to be picking up some knocks, some full finishes as well. And I was actually a little bit surprised. One of the players from Win or Die had 9 of those grenades in the inventory. This time, it's not going to be any nades for this player from Belief. They've only got 3 players, but Playmen, the fan favorites, are down to just 2. They've got a player knocked, and they are trapped inside this room.
Yeah, nades just going to spice in, and it's just hell breaking loose. Belief early and gone. When you're trapped inside of a building, what can you do? The answer is nothing. Quick pointer. Quick pointer here, though. Look at Viz on the map. I know that you guys at home can't necessarily see it just yet, but when we do expose it, they actually listen to you, Lima. They listen to you. They took Shipyard and south control of the hill. So, interestingly, taking both of our advices here.
Kind of splitting up the members, going for the classic 2-2 split. They're going to be engaging from the north, and you can actually see some of those Viz players on the map here of Driftwood, slowly gathering the information on where they want to go. Obviously, 4 still alive from Driftwood, not being able to start in that first game. They've only got the singular kill, but to be able to bounce back, what a story it would be. Cinderella-esque if they could not even participate in that game 1 and find a way to win this thing.
It would be a great story, and getting one on the board and winner and a chicken dinner, it just even getting 1 feels great, as Driftwood's going to play aggressive, try and clear out this building.
Oh.
That didn't work, but he's still got the rocket launcher. There's the information he needs to know, that someone in there. Oh, come on. Come on. You're teasing us. You did it once before. We want to see the rocket go boom. Shoot it. Shoot it. That's all I want right now.
Double nade off the doorway. Finally, will go on in. Driftwood finishing off one of the members of Belief there. Gonna be just nade toss, nade toss. Why not a flash on top there? Belief is going to be losing a player to a knock, and Shiro will try and avoid the damage, but the nade back from Table will find at least the one that they needed. Table is alone in the rightmost building. The res could be there with the green fog enshrouding the area.
This, you've got to be careful, because now you've got Viz coming in. They're going to want to third party this little battle. Stay afar still, have that ground, have that coverage, but they're going to take advantage of whatever they can. Belief down to 1 left. That is not good from Driftwood, because now they are down to 2. Belief still in it. Not as much anymore as the tag goes all the way down. Driftwood able to push in. Can't get that little bit. Come on. There it is. Belief is out.
Driftwood will take him down. That's going to move him up to 4 kills overall, and Tiska is actually resable as well. Here's Kirsch, the team that, like we said, dropped an egg in that last game, but still sitting in that #1 overall position. Viz is going to be on their trail, taking out one of the members of the car, and Silers, one of their main fraggers, is down and dusted.
That's not good start, and now a second one caught in that rotation. This is horrible. This is not good if you are cursed. You had a fantastic game on the second map, and now look where you are. This is not what I was expecting, and once again, Viz demonstrating their map presence is huge in that zone. Even huger, favoring Shipyard. You curse this, Llama. You curse us badly. But we are still in the fight around Shipyard. It's going to be on that hill. And there are I said about it before earlier on. There's so many layers to this hill that someone could literally camp on one of the mounds and still be able to capture anybody that comes and rotates through the hills.
Yeah, just say, I only get a few caster curses each day, and I use them wisely. Had to use one at the start of this game, and obviously with 14 teams left to go, gonna get very exciting. You talked about that multi-layered hill. There's only one team that's actually outside of the current zone right now, pulling towards that top right. I'll be interested to see where it actually goes from this, because there is that massive hill, but there's also a lot of open fields down towards the right side of our map. So if it pulls there, it could be absolute mayhem in that end zone.
Oh, I hope it's mayhem. I hope this slowly converges them in, and you're only using little mounds to keep you alive. But then once you go to the mound situation, it comes to the point of the nades. And here's something positive. Your predicted team, 180, are actually surviving for a decent amount of time. 2 kills to their name as well. And they have not broke. Pinched inside. Well, not really inside of anywhere, but on that hill next to the pylon. And it's just trying to get that last player gone. They can't do it, but instead it's going to be Everlasting coming in to get some stills. And Everlong, gets taken out. Sorry, not Broke gets taken out, as Everlong is able to steal those kills away.
180 yard though, they're sniffing some blood in the water. 2 Everlong players down on the ground, and these smokes may not save you. They've got the car just to escape in case. They
did
have the car. They did have the car.
To quickly hurry, get him on board, get him in. This is the most hilarious thing I've seen. Everlong caught in between a wall and a vehicle. This is not great. 3 of their players down, 3 of them not able to fight. This is horrible to see. Everlong just have the worst luck in this series so far.
They've had such strong early games, and it's exactly like you said. They just haven't been able to find the finish or the mid game they've realistically wanted. Clad always the silent killers. We've said it from these side angles. They're up to 2 kills so far here in map number 4. 180R are right on their trail, though. They stole away those Everlong kills from them, so 180R might want some revenge for it. 31 Gaming, they're down to 2 players left to go. No kills to boot here for map number 4 either, but some great heals. The M4 and, 3 frag grenades can do some absolute damage if somebody engages on them.
Win or Die have 2 members. This is why we're kind of like watching this little ideology here, because I don't think Win or Die know that 31 Gaming is just in front of them. So as soon as he fires that gun, Marcus, who is down by that rock, is going to know exactly where Win or Die is. The other player still in that blue zone, slowly making rotation. It is phase 3 zone. It is still okay to take that damage, but they're on the edge. They're on the edge from where zone 4 is. And this comes that question. Do you play in this blue zone for that long, or do you try and get in? Because there's a lot of fields around where they are. But between them, as I said, 31 Gaming, one just outside, one on the hill.
Teams close by, starting to hug each other for position. Oh, the shot here from 31 Gaming! Takes down, extends, not expecting it. Was already low on HP, and the M4 cleans him up. 31 Gaming finally getting their feet under them here late in this map number 4. The swing from 180R, the cleanup of G2, and that was the downed player. So now there's still a couple more of these players around. We'll see if 180R still wants to engage with 4 players left alive.
They've got to engage with them. You want those kills. 180R. You could see one carrying a shotgun, so they're hoping they push the compound, and in doing so, get those free kills, get those opportunities. But Storm on request, they need to find something on the board. They're going to be donating for a second time at this rate. Mortar's coming in as well. And what doesn't help is Zone is going more towards the gunfight we were watching. We are currently watching with 100 ADR. It's going west, and a lot of these teams are outside the zone, so we're going to have some rotation problems. Viz having problems. We're seeing this blue squad just inside the compound also having a little bit of fun time, and 31 Gaming, the 2 remaining, also can have some fun here. Cursed! Oh no! Still the downfall from them.
Feels bad. I mean, the #1 overall squad in terms of points had just slowly lost members all today. But for Lurik, I want to see what they do with the shotgun. Og as the backup has the ability to just play this close left angle. Cursed is going to fall to 31 Gaming. So 12 teams left to go, playing as a duo right now. The Storm on Request squad, they've got their 3rd member up on the hill. Kadel is still here on this kind of side wall, who has survived towards many of those end games. And obviously for the team of 180R, they need to get going.
But this is all information for 100 ADR. They don't need to press that. They just can allow this Storm on Request to push into them, and then you can just fight this battle and go for the free picks, but he can't get the confirm. Quick nade, put that out, see if you can do anything. Finally, 100 ADR will get taken down on side the inside the building. Typhoon Gaming quickly eliminated, and now comes the rotation. You gotta quickly rush if you're 100 ADR. Go support the, well, I say support, go help, try and clean up in aisle 5. Get that nade inside the building. It's not gonna land, but it definitely will show some presence.
I mean, it's technically a 2v2 right now, but with that player Rezible, it's a possibility to get back up. Viz drop a player towards the extra damage coming through from all around them. Everlong just sniping out the remaining members. Holy Weapon not able to stay alive, and it's the finish that Everlong wants and will get. 31 Gaming fall at 11th here. Top 10 for everybody else, and Viz looking to be in a strong position with 3 players left to go. They're cleaning up Everlong.
Viz has been strong off the get-go. Started north, had that map advantage, and then slowly have just worked their way through the forest. They need to continue staying patient. They don't need to over-aggress. They have good map position, especially as the zone starts to move in. Where are we going? Who's going to be favored? Because the middle is, well, technically the south region is controlled by one team. I believe that's Redline who are controlling that position. And they've done nothing here. They are just... They're happy, chirped, no one pressuring them, and it's gonna favor them. Everybody, bar Redline, if I am not mistaken, has to rotate.
You're absolutely correct. It's just one team sitting in the zone right now that Redline crew will be happy about the pull, but it also means they're not going to be able to get active in some of these fights because of the way this mountain is articulated. It's just going to be a couple of separate isolated ones here. 100 ADR in a great position at the top of the hill, but they've only got those two members. Viz is a 3-stack, going to be rotating along. We see Storm on request after taking that fight inside the building, the isolated 1v1. They will try and reset as well. A solo other member of Win or Die trying to find their pathway on in, and the shot out of the car is going to take one down. It's Viz putting in the pressure.
Yeah, they have a power weapon in their hand. The MG3 able to slay when they can, but Clad getting caught out into the open. They were trying to get that rotation stoppage, but it's just not working. But when you have a turret from Viz, this is what I love. Look at this. Turret pops out, gets itself going, and Viz now up to 6 if they can confirm.
A lot of players though, needing to heal on back up. The armor's also breaking down. Only about a 1/4 of that armor for Tahojo left to go here. Sees a player up on the hill. The shots here from the NK-12 down to 60 HP. The streak behind the tree isn't going to be able to get enough, and just getting low down, flying through the car, assisting the position. But Viz is in shambles after that elimination of Driftwood.
Yeah, Viz may be in a small amount of shambles, but Kalad are in a worse position. Kalad are just somehow trying to stay alive. They push that right the way up to Redline, and somehow, and some way, Marunan just alive for Kalad. And they've taken this compound, they've taken this position away from Redline. And they were sitting comfortably, they were happy, nothing was going to take them down. But this could be the thorn in the rear end. He could play zone, play it slow.
And Redline just lost all those members, as you were talking about, for Grove Street. Still up and involved in this zone for Redline. They end up getting those reses. Much necessary. 3 players still alive for them. Viz are down to 2, but they've got 8 kills. That could be their 9th if they confirm it. Tossing some nades with the blue at their back. It's a drop here and an elimination from Viz, and none other than Kitchen, who sometimes, some way, just always find their way into these end zones.
Yes, Kitchen is back once again, and they are feeling good, but look who's up north. Actually, Viz got 1 more from the grave, so that makes it 7 kills because no one was able to get the res in time. So Storm on request, they have eyesights onto Kitchen. They're going to want to start pressuring and bring that force onto them. Meanwhile, Grove Street, this is not a pretty look to themselves.
Revival go in
amongst this region as well. So that is something they have to be mindful of. And then just so you know, Win or Die is still here. Again, one last member still here to just stay alive for points.
They've got the slimy efforts, the ability to get on into those final zones and hide as a bush. 7 teams, 14 alive. The numbers aren't great. If you're a trio or more at this point, you are feeling good. 100 ADR are going to be on that edge of the zone fighting Storm on request, and Playosh is just worming their way around, trying to find their extra place to work with. And this is actually a 2-on-3. Storm on request, this would be a big necessary game to go from top 5 to maybe top 1.
This could be a huge battle, but you can see as the camera was panning, a lot of these teams are fighting on that south side. And Redline, they're going to start spraying onto Kalad, who is left alive. He's the last player for their team. And Redline, I don't think Redline knows too much of the players behind. I think they got an information, but they don't know the nth degree of where to look. So Redline, oh, Oh, that's a big knock, and Grove Street are saying thank you very much. Now we can start pushing in and start getting some cleanup crews going onto points. Blue zone grenade goes away. Come on, bring the rocket launcher. Bring the rocket launcher. We want to see it. Stun comes in. Peek through. No, nothing just yet.
Teammate is down. I mean, this is just them clearing out Redline. You're wasting time. Need to get in. There's the bam. Takes one down. Gets the finish. Redline will get their marker, but will fall at 6. We get the big boom. But we'll see if Grove Street can actually hit this reset. Cladivo as a solo. Barunix is surviving on 1 HP before Kitchen takes him out.
So that leaves Grove Street, Win or Die, Kitchen, and Storm on Request left alive. Storm on Request have the advantage, but they've been fighting with Kitchen on that north side for a very long time. If you're Grove Street, you've given away your location, so the likes of Kitchen know that they need to keep an eye on that south region, while Win or Die just need to stay put, stay pretty, and just let these teams fight it out like they did before. Claim those good points positions. And that's all they need to do. Same with Grove Street. Just, again, play pretty, play quiet now. Let these guys fight.
Storm on Request, though, will have to move. We'll see if they can pop some of the smoke to give them some visual safety. They've got the most members of anybody left in the lobby, but it seems like everybody is looking at them, and Kitchen once again with the next best crew, a double! So from Sabibi, Kadel and Yuko go down, and all of a sudden, Kitchen might just be in position to win this game.
They 100% could. The nades still come in, and now if you're Northstar, you've got to somehow get out of that position, but not be too close to cause the damage. Quick revives going in. It's not going to be working all too well. And Kitchen, one player left. This is a 1v1v1, but the revive is going to come in. So a 2v1v1v1. And this will force all the teams to slow down and not be as aggressive here.
I want to see if Storm on Request, they aren't able to get the player back. Hayash makes it into a straight up 1v1. Storm on Request eliminated. Kitchen gets the final word. IX is able to take them down and take some painkillers for the remaining damage they took. 3 teams left. 3 singular players. Mostfox has a good position on this little roof line that's actually inside the next zone, but it is just one misstep, and that could be a difference between a third and a winner chicken dinner.
He's trying to stack up his utility, trying to make sure he's got everything in the bag. He does have good sightlines, but remember, he could be exposed as well. Win or Die also can push themselves into that center, be more safer for Zone 8. But all teams are gonna take it slow here because they're aware individually that they are alone. To them, they feel like it's a 1v2 here. They heard the gunshots up north, so they know there might be 1, maybe 2 players up the north side from the side of Kitchen. But Win or Die, well, I think he's been the one who's probably gathered the most information here. Probably has an idea that maybe this is a 1v1v1, but without anybody peeking or giving away, this is going to be a slow phase 8.
It's going to be a fun one, though. All 3 of these teams sit inside the top 6 right now. This point total could be the difference that pushes you over the marker, that gives you the win at the end of the day, with only 2 maps left to go after this one. And for most, Fox is playing the low ground really nicely, but had to move out of the building position. Might have to reveal themselves first. IX and Layosh are both in a good enough position that they can block themselves off from the tree line. However, if most Fox goes right, that could give the win to Kitchen.
It really could. It could give away a lot, but it's who shoots first is who's going to get taken out first. That's the problem, because both sides will then give away their locations, and then the realization will come in that, hey, actually, this is a 1v1v1 because they're coming from all angles, but we still wait. I told you this would be a very eventful phase 8. It's just going to force some players in. The only one who's not in is, of course, going to be Grove Street, which might have given away. I don't know if IX saw it. Has he seen it? Okay, this is 100% going to give away his location.
Drops the double smoke. IX peeks over for just a moment, and you talk about the utility bunkering up. That is what's going to be dropped right now. Just an absolute smoke bomb. Drops 3 of them thanks to give some extra location. No M79 ammo, unfortunately, it looks like. Working his way up towards the safer rock, and this will be Leosh is going to be the target of this pressure first. Through the open field, the pink, the yellow, it will all disguise the location for now. Peeking from both. Win or die really need these points, and it's going to force them into this kind of tree 1v1. Kitchen again could just get the cleanup. Layoff looking for the big left-hand peek, and this could be decisive.
It really could be. Leosh, he now knows. He knows where Mossbox is, and in doing so, IX knows where he is as well. That's giving away everyone's location. They know they're not on the same team. They all know this is a 1v1v1 now. IX got the eyes because he knows Leosh has been fighting over. And this is going to be huge. They have to encroach in. This zone's going to force them into space. A lot of them still have smoke, so they can slowly push their way up here. But here comes another peek. And now damage for Mosefox. He's got a shield that's going to help him protect from the kitchen side. And it's just a heal battle. A slow progression. Who's the first to step out?
It feels like IX might be in the best position, but when we last looked, had the broken armor that really could be the difference maker in the 1v1. Here for Grove Street. Need this opportunity to pick up the points. One info picked back up from the shaky line. Sees one, but misses their opportunity. Most Fox in the worst spot right now. IX has to move their way forward, blocked by the tree line. Both players pushed away from their zone edge positions. Decent bit of ammo for everybody, and for Leosh just doesn't see anybody. Through the smoke, the bullets hit Leosh. Down to 74, but Most Fox is down to 25% HP.
They are so close to each other now. They slowly encroached up Kitchen and pushed themselves into the open. There's not much cover. You have to rely on the smokes. Here comes the open opportunity. Kitchen finds one. That's going to be win or die. Oh, 1v2. Take it all.
Insane game. Kitchen, the player IX, finds the 1v2, finds the dub. And even though Viz are your kill leaders at the end with 9, what a story this Kitchen team had been, entering this match at 3rd place. Eliminations the name of their game, and putting the bank on their solo player to pretty much eliminate every one of the Storm on Request members, and then just fire up after there. Broken armor don't matter, it's a W.